Hi, I'm Pat and welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about BMW i8 Paint, so you're going to want to stay tuned. If you're new to the channel, please click on the subscribe button and ring that bell for notifications. I like producing cool car content, and be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. It really helps. But first off, I want to give a big congratulations to Sam Crack. He got his BMW i8 running, and I'm very, very glad to see that he corrected the problem with a minimal amount of investment required. He had a lot of help along the way. Yes, he and I reached out to each other early on, but this problem got much bigger than I could help him with. So I'm glad that he took it to some professionals and he got a lot of help with it and also got his hands dirty in the process. Congratulations, Sam. And he recently put out a video that talked about BMW i8 Paint because he's having his car repainted. I thought he was going to haul his car back to the auction, but no, he's actually going to go with a custom paint job, and I'm really happy to hear about it. It reminded me that there were many other folks that had asked me about BMW paint over the years. So I want to talk a little bit about the paint that's on the car and what you can do to keep your BMW i8 looking great. So if you're new to the channel, this is my 2015 BMW i8 that I bought in 2019. I've owned it for 2 years too. And I had a rock chip in this, and I've done some paint correction as well, rock chips in other places, but I had it particularly in the white paint. Now this is crystal white pearl metallic, and I have a video link in the description where I did a Dr. Color chip fix here right on the front hood. Now you could still see it when you look up close. There's really no way to match a pearl paint like this when you're doing a particular little rock chip fix without spraying and trying to blend. But the black on this car can be easily fixed if you do get any rock chips. Now I've purchased a Dr. Color chip paint code 668. This is jet black, BMW jet black paint code 668, and it works on all the black surfaces of the car. Let's take a closer look at the front bumper and the grills, because these are either painted or plastic. Now I brought my light a little bit closer so it's really bright right now, but in order to see what I'm talking about, these are the kidney grills. Of course there's a scoop right here. These are plastic. These are not painted. These are actually black plastic, and if you get any type of a mark in these, you can wet sand these, I would say, with a 1500 and then a 3000 grit, and then buff it with a compound and a polish, and it'll look really great if you do have any marks in this. However, you can also use the Dr. Color chip if you have any paint chips, and I did have some rocks hit in here, and of course I didn't want to try to get a buffing pad in there because there's really not a whole lot of room, so I just hit it with a few spots of paint. And from a little bit of a distance you can't tell. If you get up really close you can actually see them, but from back here you can't. So I think this does a great job for repairing this particular plastic piece. So this part of the bumper is also jet black, and it's also been clear coated. So this you can use the 668 jet black paint code, and of course if you have the option for the extra Aero pieces. Now I installed these myself. There's links in the description if you want to add that to your i8. This is 668 jet black, and this is real paint. Now, if this bumper ever has to be repainted, of course, it's better to repaint the black parts first and mask it off and then paint this. Since this is a crystal white pearl metallic, there's a primer, there's a base coat, there's a pearl coat, there's a clear coat. If you had to mask this off and then paint this, you have the potential of actually taking more paint off while it's still fresh. So that is the black and the black here. Now there are other parts of the car as well that are black. Like this section in here, the hood, this is called the foil. And if you actually looked online at the part number on this, you could see that this is really almost like a decal that sits on top of the hood here. You can actually purchase this, but it's also jet black colored. So if you get a paint chip in this, you could use jet black color there. This part of the hood scoop here, this is plastic. And of course this has been painted as well. In fact, I had a couple rocks hit in here, and if you have an i8, you can have rocks hit in here and then bounce up, and you could use the 668 jet black on that. You also have the mirrors over here, so the top of the mirror caps, that's 668 jet black. This is not, this is plastic. And you know, around the door frames, and of course the B pillar that's back here, this is all plastic, but you can still use 668 on it if you have a mark that you can't get rid of. This is aluminum, and this is 668 jet black. This is aluminum, but this grill is plastic. So if you have any marks in this, you can of course do the same here, 668 jet black. And of course back here, I also bought the Aero Kit, the OEM Aero Kit, and this is the same color, same as the bumper here. So if you ever have a problem with anything back here, this is also paint, because the question does come up, is this plastic or is it paint? I had the same question. It's really paint. But also some folks have issues with this particular emblem. So you see this E-Drive emblem. This is a badge, and there's a hole here in the middle of the E that goes down to the bumper, but the black that's here, that's part of the badge. This is all metal that's been painted black. This black likes to go away. It comes off in chunks for some reason. And I guess it wasn't prepped correctly when they actually produced the badge itself. So you can use jet black, and that's what I did. I actually had a few pieces of paint that were missing here, and I decided to use that Dr. Color chip and fill it in with no problems. So those are all the black surfaces of the paint that I can think of. Of course, the very top, the roof up here, this is a recycled carbon fiber. So you'll see that it doesn't really look like a normal weave. It can sort of look like, I don't know, it just doesn't look right to me. It looks like it's missing some things, especially up here in the front. A lot of them are that way. So this is just carbon fiber, and it has a clear coat on top of it. So if you do need to fix anything up here, no, you just want to redo some clears, do some touch up on clears, but everything else is jet black. And that also includes the rims. These are jet black as well. So if you have a scratch, a rock chip, or something else that happens on the black surface, this is actually powder coated, but you can go ahead and use the black 668 color code paint on the wheels, and it works great. I've also done that as well. And one of the other questions that I get on the car is, what about this? What's going on with this? Is this painted or is this plastic? So around the actual kidney grille itself, this can come in gray or blue, and this is a matte metallic color. So my car had the gray matte metallic trim, and that includes both of the front grills, as well as the section that's underneath the doors down here, the stripe, and as well as the bumper. There's also matte gray that's here on the bumper. And some folks had asked me, does it come blue only on the Pure Impulse World package? No, this actually can be chosen when the car is manufactured. It can be chosen as a gray, or it can be chosen as a blue. Now the blue is very similar to this blue. This is called Blau, and it's really the I blue. It's inside this emblem, and it's also around the emblems here for the BMW symbol. It's also down on the wheel center caps right there, and it's also on the center of the airbag on the steering wheel. So there you have it, the I blue as well. Now this car does have the Pure Impulse World package, so I have the blue seat belts, I have the anthracite colored headliner, I also have the leather engine cover. Otherwise this is usually like a fabric material. So when you get the Pure Impulse World package, you get those options. You also get the, instead of silver, you have a black shiny surround around the shifter that's there. There might be some other things, but I can't remember them off the top of my head. It's not too many. It's a $10,000 option that is not worth it. You can't get your money back when you sell the car used and say, hey, I want 10 grand more because I have a Pure Impulse World package. Someone would laugh at you. So that pretty much wraps up all the different black surfaces as well as the trims. Of course, the BMW i8 comes in several different colors. This is crystal white pearl metallic, and of course you can get it in many different colors. Some colors came around for only 1 year and then disappeared the next year. Some colors were only reserved for the very last few BMW i8s that were produced. So I'll have that information, link in the description below for all the different colors. And if you need to order the paint for your car in order to fix any color problems, you would look on your VIN tag that's right here. And of course mine is B96, B96 being crystal white pearl metallic. So of course I have the B96 in Dr. Color chip to fix this color as well. So there'll be more information, link in the description, about all the different colors that came on the BMW i8. Most came in a gloss color, but those that are indicated as frozen, those are a matte finish. And of course I don't like a matte finish because if you get a chip or something like that, you can't fix it perfectly. And if you try to buff it, of course it's going to get glossy. So I try to avoid any of the matte finishes, which are the frozen finishes. So I want to wrap up today's video by saying congratulations again to Sam. I think he's doing a great job. I hope he picks a really great color for his car. If I had to choose, it would not be a BMW color. It would be lava red. And if you Google lava red BMW i8, you'll see exactly what I mean. I think this car looks perfect in a lava red color. It's unique. It's not BMW. And of course, there's only one lava red BMW i8 that's out there on the road right now, but there would be two if Sam painted his color lava red. So that's my choice. Thanks for watching today's video. If you like what you see, please give me a big thumbs up. Any questions or comments, leave them in the comment box below. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please click the subscribe button and ring that bell for notifications. I like producing cool car content like this. Thanks for watching and happy motoring.